Okay, so the first thing is all of the artwork. Like I said, I'm turning this NBA Jam is currently an NBA Jam regular initial edition, and I'm going to turn it into a tournament edition because that's better. We'll end up getting probably some new ICs on the PCB to make it the Jordan edition or whatever later on. But for now, we're going to replace all the art, which is already basically falling off anyways, as you can see, with this new stuff. So I ordered all of this from XL Arcade. They make a full kit for this. So just to go over everything that we have here, I already had these marquees. There's a couple different kinds. I found this one that says new on the top, so I'm going to probably use that one. It's the real, you want the translate, makes that noise. That's the one you want. Those are the good ones. And then next is the this tournament edition marquee bit here that goes right above the screen. And then there's this instructions sheet that goes just below the screen, and this goes in front of the control panel. This goes on sides of the control panel. This is the control panel. It's called a control panel overlay or a CPO. You basically have to cut your own holes in this, which is kind of a pain, but it's doable. And this is called a Lexan, basically a cover for the control panel overlay so that it doesn't get all messed up. So you could use that as a template, I guess, to cut your holes. Might be nice. So also there's this kick plate, coin door area cover, which I may or may not use. That will go, you know, right there on the front. And then of course this is the giant side art. There's two of those, one for each side. And then we'll go up here. This is called a topper. So this is a hard plastic topper. Handful of machines used to have these on them in the arcades, and a lot of pinball machines had toppers on them, so we'll put that on. All right, this machine actually doesn't have any holes in it for it yet because it wasn't an NBA Jam tournament edition, so you can see there's no holes for that, but we'll get there. And then on the table here, I have a bunch of black T-molding. Since this already had black, I'm just going to stick with black. Got this from tmolding.com or Arcade Restoration. They have like two sites, but this is the good stuff. It's 3¼ inch, or sorry, 3/4 inch. I got like 80 linear feet of it just so I can make plenty of mistakes and go all the way around the back. These are wheels. These, I guess, maybe most Midway cabs from this era, or just this one, has these slots in the back for wheels, casters, so it's easier to move. Like these Japanese machines have them, but most American machines don't have them. So I found these on Arcade Museum forums, Clav, whatever it's called, and got those shipped to me. So they're used, obviously. They're the real thing, so those will be nice to get in there. Here's all the sticks. These are IL sticks. Got all of this from Paradise Arcade. I've bought from them for a long time. Had to get all 4 start buttons and then 4 sets of these buttons for each player. Note that these have servo or the switches in them. I guess typically when you buy buttons, they don't come with the switches, so you'll have to buy those separate. I'm probably just going to hijack the ones from the inside of the cab. They don't really go bad. So also I got these black dust covers because I'm not sure I'm excited about the same color dust covers. I kind of like black. Here's some fasteners. These are security Torx. I don't know if you can see one of those. There's one. Not really. Anyways, they're these security Torx. It's kind of a pain to find, but a lot of these machines have it. Like this Daytona is covered in security Torx. It's a little silly, but it kind of makes sense, I guess. But when you're using cabs for personal use, it's kind of a pain to have to run those, but it's the original thing. So also I got these carriage bolts that aren't stamped. It's kind of nice. If you go to like Ace Hardware, they're always stamped with something and it's just looks terrible when you put them on your machine. So those will end up going right in here, and I could always paint them. These ones are actually flat. They aren't domed at all, like button, which is kind of weird. I'm not sure if I've ever seen that kind before, but we're going with the ones that I just got. So, and lastly, kind of a fun piece. You can usually get a manual for these for pretty cheap, or any of these machines. I have a manual for the Daytona, and you always have to have one for a pinball machine. So got a manual for this. It's mostly electrical, which is kind of funny because there's not that much electrical in there, but goes through some of the menus and instructions on how to play this game. So I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, so next video we will do a walk around on the machine and see what's all going to need to get done on it.